Hello all. Today we want to talk about the second chapter of Excel module 2. And think about if we have a company, its name is Walmart. It has employees, 5 employees. First employee is Sayed, another employee Trump, Obama, Bush, and Clinton. Sayed, and these are the emails of the employees. Sayed has 4 children. Trump has 3, Obama 2, Bush 1, and Clinton 0. We pay $10. Walmart pays say at $10 an hour, and other employees get $20 an hour. Every week, Sayed works 14 hours. Other employees work 10 hours. Therefore, we want to know how much the gross pay for Sayed is. We know he makes $10 an hour. He works 14 hours. Therefore, his total pay is 140. Other employees get $200 each. Now, Sayed has to pay taxes. And how much taxes should we pay? Should we charge? Federal government should charge Sayed. In order to charge him, let's charge him 20%. But all the employees have to pay 20%. But the employees who have children, we give them discount. For every child, we give them $10 discount. Because Sayed has 4 children, 10 times 4 is what? 40. Therefore, we give him $40 discount, which means instead of charging taxes on 140, we charge him taxes only on $100 because he got $40 discount because of 4 children. Therefore, we charge him 20% taxes. 20% of $100 is $20. State taxes. State doesn't give any discount, but it says pay only 5%. Therefore, we get 5% of this 140, which is $7. Now, we want to know how much the net take home of Sayed is. If I make 140, is my gross is 140, and I pay $27 for taxes, 20 to state and 7 for 20 to Fed and 7 to state. Therefore, 140 minus 27 is 113. That's what I take home. Now, your question is that how much of my money goes for taxes? How much of my total money goes for taxes? To calculate that, I have to add these two together, 20 plus 7, and I divide it by 140. That is 19%. On average, 19% of my salary goes to my tax rate is 19%. The highest tax rate is for Clinton because she doesn't have any children. She doesn't get any discount. But I have one of the lowest tax rates because of having 4 children. And then this is the date that Walmart hired me. Now, I come here as well, and I want to know among these 4 employees, who has the highest number of children? You all know what it is. That person is, of course, myself, that I have 4 children. But I want to know if Excel can find out. I click to see if Excel can find who has the highest number of children. I mean, what is the highest number of children here? While I am in this box, let me delete this as well. And this one is who has the lowest number of children? We know that's Clinton, 0. And what is average number of children of employee on Walmart? Average employee or employees at Walmart on average have 2 children because some have 4, some have 0. On average, they have 2. I'm going to delete this and then let Excel to calculate. Here is max. I click on this box. I click here and I click max. It is asking you max of what? Max of children. I highlight the children and I click enter. Do you see it found out who has the highest number of children? And then I want this time to find the minimum. I will click here, I click here, I click here, and I click min. Minimum of what? Minimum of children. I highlight this and then I click enter. One employee has 0 children. Now, on average, how many employees are on average, how many children our employees have? I click here and I click average and I drag over this and I click enter. On average, our employees have 2 children, and then we know where this number comes from. This number 140 came from this number, rate times 14. Look at here, it says D4 times E4. This is D4. Imagine that because we want Excel to calculate this. I click delete, and then I put my equal sign. When I put my equal sign, one time I click here, and then times means star. And then one time I click here. I am hoping by pressing enter I get 140. Yes, I got. Now I want to calculate my federal tax, and let me delete these as well. Here we go. And then I click here, and let me delete my state tax as well. Oops, I deleted another cell. Here we go. Here I click there and I delete my estate tax. I delete my rate, and I delete my net. I want Excel to calculate that for me. Therefore, because I want Excel to calculate that, I am going to delete all of these and then see if Excel can calculate. My federal taxes, I put an equal sign here. And I say that 20%, look at here, I type 20%, and then times 20% of what? I open parentheses. 20% of my gross, that's my gross, but I get a discount. That's why I put minus. Discount for what? $10, I put 10 times for what? For every child that I have. And 10 times 4, I close the parentheses. Look to see if you understand this formula. I am calculating 20%. Let me click enter. Do you see the $20 came? Now I'll tell you what it means. I am calculating 20% of what? F4. This number minus the discount. This is my discount. $10 times C4. What is in C4? Is this number of children. 10 times 4 is what? 40. 40 minus 100. 140 minus 40 is 100, and that's where this formula comes. 20% of F4 means my total salary minus 10 times 4. That gives me 40. That's a children discount that I get. 140 inside parentheses means 140 minus 40, which is 100. Then 20% of $100 is $20. Therefore, I know how to calculate my estate tax now. I put equal sign, and look, I type 5%. Times what? Oops, I'm sorry. Times my gross. And I hope it comes to $7. Let me see. Yes, it came. And my net, I put my equal sign. I know that my net is 113. Let's see if I can calculate. I put my equal sign. I say what I make, which is this one, 140 minus. I open this parenthesis. I have to add these two numbers, my two taxes. Federal tax, I click here, plus state tax, I click here, and I close parentheses, and I hope I get 113. Yeah, I got 113, therefore that was correct. Now I want to see what my tax rate is. I click in this box. My tax rate, I have to add my two taxes together, which is 20, it comes to 27, and divide it by 140. Therefore, I put my equal sign here, and I open parentheses to add these two first. I click 20, which is G4, plus. I use the keyboard to put the plus sign, and then I click on 7, and then I close parentheses. That means I added my taxes. Now I use divide. Divide is the slash on your keyboard. Divided by, and then I click 140, and then I click enter. Hope it comes to 19%. Yeah, it came 19.2%. Guess what? I am not going to calculate this for the rest of our employees. Guess what? I'm going to bundle this together. And when I bundle them, highlight all of them, I bring my arrow to the very corner here until this plus sign changes to solid plus, and I drag it all the way for all of the employees. And guess what? It calculated for all the employees. Do you see here? I pay the lowest rate tax. These people paid 0.22. I want to change this to percentage. I don't like the 0.22. Therefore, I'm going to highlight this. And then I am going to click. Do you see here is written percentage? I click there. Good. Do you see how nicely it changed to percentage? And then here, total. I'm going to delete these as well. Delete. And I am going to see total. On total, how many children all of our employees together have. I am going to click on this auto sum, and I click sum, calculate total of those, all those. I click enter. That calculated the total number of children. Therefore, I'm not going to calculate the total of this. I'm going to let Excel to do it for me. While I am here, I bring the arrow to the very corner here and drag it all the way through. And do you see these numbers all make sense? Let's say hours worked. Our employees all together work 54 hours. And the amount of money that Walmart has to pay to all of these employees together is $940. And they pay federal taxes, state taxes, and the net all of them together take this much home. Therefore, I did calculate max and mean. Look at here. And I am going to delete this one also. Considering that I did the maximum, minimum, and average for this, can I calculate maximum, minimum, and average for this? I bundle this together and drag it all the way through. And that's great. This is, suppose on this one, maximum number of the salary that someone takes home is this person. Who is this person? That's Trump. Who gets the lowest amount of salary? Who gets the lowest net? Who has the lowest net minimum? That is 113, which is Sayed. And as you can guess, $145 is on average. The employees of Walmart on average take $145 home. Therefore, as you see, Walmart is the Excel is an extremely powerful tool. And I want to show you one more thing in here. That is my employer email. And let me see. One thing I meant to delete all these emails. And here it is. I deleted that. And I am going to delete again these emails. And here you go. And here I put Sayed at gmail.com. I come for second employee, and I put, as soon as I put T for Trump, look, it got everybody's email here. Excel understood that I wanted to calculate, to put the emails there. And I click enter. Good, everybody got their email. And here is my date of birth, hiring date, which is I was hired on January 1st. And then, as you see, we can format this. Suppose I can come here, type there, and type Walmart. And then I can merge these cells together, and I can, here you merge them, and I can type anything I want to here. Therefore, I can customize this the way I want. Suppose I can highlight these, and I can highlight this, for example. And I come here, and then I come here. Suppose I don't like this way of date of hiring. I am going to right click while I am on this date, and I am going to click format cells. And I like this format, the Wednesday, March 14. And I click OK. Look how nicely my date of hire was changed. Therefore, that is the way this chapter is all about. This is my first lecture that covered a good amount of information of this chapter. I will give another lecture to complete this chapter. And for now, I'm going to stop the video, and then we will discuss again. Let me save this document, and I